If you felt a sudden, profound disconnect from your past in the last few weeks, it's because it literally no longer exists for you. Your parallel self just performed a quantum event and permanently closed your old timeline. This is not a metaphor. It is not a spiritual platitude. It is a model of reality based on the bleeding edge of quantum mechanics, and it is the only framework that explains the precise and jarring dislocation you are currently feeling. In the next 50 minutes, I will show you the undeniable signs that prove this cosmic severance has happened to you. More importantly, I will give you the manual for how to navigate the new reality you have been forcefully and gracefully pushed into. What you are experiencing is not a breakdown. It is a breakthrough of quantum proportions. This entire concept is grounded in what is known as the many worlds interpretation of quantum physics. First proposed by physicist Hugh Everett III, it posits that for every possible outcome of any given event, the universe splits. It creates a separate, parallel reality where that outcome occurs. This isn't science fiction. It is a serious theoretical framework that solves many of the paradoxes found in quantum mechanics. It means that there are an infinite number of timelines, an infinite number of yous, all existing simultaneously in a vast, multidimensional space. You are living on just one of those threads, and the thread you were on a month ago, a week ago, perhaps even yesterday, has just been cut. This is why you feel that strange, hollow grief for a life you don't even want back. It's why you have this cognitive dissonance, this feeling of being an actor playing a role you no longer remember the lines to. You look at old friends, old jobs, old passions, and you feel a chilling sense of neutrality, a complete absence of the emotional charge that once defined them. Have you found yourself looking at old photos recently and feeling absolutely no connection to the person you see? That is not memory loss. That is evidence. You are looking at a document from a reality that is no longer energetically connected to your own. The person in that photo exists, but on a timeline that you no longer occupy. The emotional bridge has been taken down. This is the source of your confusion. You are trying to reconcile memories from a timeline that has been decommissioned, while your body, your very cells, are trying to acclimate to the physics of a new one. The disorientation you feel is the energetic jet lag of a quantum leap you didn't consciously initiate. If you felt that strange disconnect from your past recently, hit the like button now. It's a signal to both the algorithm and the universe that you are acknowledging this profound shift. You are validating the work of your higher self. You are saying yes to the upgrade, so you're asking, how does a timeline shift work on a quantum level? It begins with understanding the architect of this shift, the parallel self. This isn't another person walking around in a different dimension. Your parallel self is the higher dimensional aspect of your own consciousness that perceives all possible timelines at once. It is your oversoul, your quantum authority. Imagine a grand cosmic loom. Upon it is a tapestry of timelines, a fabric of infinite complexity. Each thread is a potential reality, a life you could live woven from choices, possibilities, and frequencies. Your conscious self, the you that is listening to my voice right now, experiences life by traveling along a single thread from beginning to end. You can only see the inch of thread right in front of you, but your parallel self sees the entire tapestry. It sees the threads that lead to dead ends. It sees the frayed, weakened threads of past traumas that are about to snap. It sees the golden, luminous threads of higher potential that you, with your limited view, might be too afraid to choose. You exist on one thread at a time, but your parallel self is the weaver, the guardian of the entire pattern. And sometimes, when a thread becomes so toxic, so limiting, so contrary to the evolution of your soul, the weaver makes a decision. It doesn't just nudge you onto a new path, it takes the shears and it cuts the old thread off completely. This is the timeline closure event, a radical, non-negotiable intervention performed for your ultimate benefit. The confusion and loss you feel are the phantom pains of an amputated reality. It hurts. It's disorienting, but it was done to save you from an infection that would have consumed your entire future. By the end of this video, you will no longer see your confusion as a problem. You will see it as a graduation certificate into a new reality. A reality that was chosen for you, by the wisest part of you. Welcome to your new life. Now let's learn the rules. To understand how this happened, you first have to upgrade your definition of self. The entity you call you, the conscious mind reading these words, is like a single explorer in a vast unknown territory. But you are not just the explorer. You are also the architect of the entire territory itself. This architect is your parallel self. It's not another person living in a different dimension with a different name. That is a simplified pop culture distortion of a much more profound reality. Your parallel self is the sum total of all your potential selves, existing simultaneously in a state of quantum superposition. It is the unified field of your consciousness, the oversoul, the master consciousness from which your singular experience is projected. This is the concept of your parallel self explained simple. It's the master architect of your reality, while your conscious self is the explorer living within its design. While you are focused on the single thread you are walking upon in the great tapestry of timelines, your parallel self is the quantum weaver, the one who sees the entire tapestry at once. It sees every thread, every potential past, every probable future, every choice made and unmade. This weaver is not bound by linear time. It operates from a higher dimensional perspective, where all timelines are visible as a single, coherent pattern. And from this vantage point, it performs acts of profound energetic maintenance. When a specific timeline, a thread in the tapestry, has reached the absolute limit of its evolutionary potential for you, when it has become a dead end of repetitive karmic loops, struggle, and diminishing returns, the weaver intervenes. This intervention is what I call the timeline closure event. This is not a random occurrence. It is not an accident. It is a deliberate, precise, and compassionate act of cosmic pruning. The quantum weaver, your own higher consciousness, identifies a timeline that is no longer viable for your soul's expansion, a reality that is creating more energetic drag than forward momentum. And it makes a decision. It decides to cut the thread, to sever the energetic connections that bind your conscious awareness to that specific probable reality, forcing you onto a new adjacent thread with a higher vibrational potential. So the question is, if this higher self is so powerful, why do we get stuck for so long? Why the years of struggle? Why the feeling of being trapped in a life that doesn't fit? The answer lies in the immense power of your conscious focus. Your conscious mind, your day-to-day awareness, is the focusing lens for consciousness itself. Where your attention goes, energy flows. Every time you ruminate on a past failure, you are sending life-giving energy back down that old, frayed timeline. Every time you obsess over a painful memory, you are reinforcing the energetic reality of that thread, even if it no longer serves you. We do this because it's familiar. The human ego prefers the certainty of misery over the misery of uncertainty. We emotionally attach ourselves to our stories of struggle. We build our identities around our perceived limitations. In the metaphor of the tapestry, it's as if the quantum weaver is trying to gently guide your hand to a vibrant, golden thread of possibility right next to you. But you are stubbornly gripping the decaying gray thread of your past. You are holding on for dear life to a reality that is already dead, refusing to let go. Your emotional attachment, your memories, your focus, they are the glue that keeps you stuck to a timeline long after its expiration date. You are essentially keeping a dead reality on life support through sheer force of will. Think about the one goal you used to chase relentlessly that now feels strangely irrelevant. That's not failure. It's the first echo of the old timeline fading. But then, something gives. A point is reached where the pain of holding on becomes greater than the fear of letting go. The energetic cost of maintaining the old timeline, the sheer exhaustion of swimming against the current of your own evolution becomes unbearable. The struggle, the chaos, the breakdown you may have recently experienced wasn't a sign of your failure. It was the sign of your success. It was the signal your parallel self was waiting for. That moment of surrender, that feeling of hitting rock bottom, is the point of maximum leverage. It is the cosmic tipping point where the pain of the old reality finally outweighs your fear of the new one. This creates an energetic opening. It gives your higher self, the quantum weaver, the final, unequivocal permission it needs to act on your behalf. It now has the leverage to take the shears and make a clean cut. The closure wasn't an act of punishment. It was an act of rescue and extraction. A quantum intervention born from the deepest love your higher self has for you, performed at the only moment it was truly possible. We have been taught a profound lie about how change works. We believe it is our struggle, our relentless effort, our white-knuckled grip on the wheel that steers us into a new reality. We picture ourselves as the lone weaver, painstakingly untangling the impossible knots of our past, trying to weave a better future one painful thread at a time. We fight, we push, we exhaust ourselves against the weight of what was, believing that our suffering is the currency for a better tomorrow. This is the greatest misunderstanding of our energetic architecture. Here is the central paradox, the revelation that changes everything. Your greatest moments of transformation, the quantum leaps that redefine your entire existence, do not happen because of your struggle. They happen because your conscious struggle has finally reached its absolute limit. The moment you felt you could not take another step. The moment you were ready to collapse under the weight of it all. The moment your conscious mind surrendered, not in defeat, but in sheer exhaustion. That was the signal. That was the green light. That was the precise moment your parallel self, the quantum weaver who sees the entire tapestry, finally had the energetic clearance it needed to intervene. It wasn't your final push that broke through the wall. It was your surrender that gave the weaver permission to take the shears and cut the old thread completely. The timeline closure event was not an act of force, it was an act of grace. Understanding this is the key to, how does a timeline shift work? It's not a push from your struggling self, it's a pull from a higher version of you. That version was waiting for you to let go of the old rope, to stop trying to drag the dead weight of a collapsed reality up a hill. The moment you let go, it could finally pull you across the chasm. This changes everything. It means that recent breakdown you endured was not a breakdown at all. It was the sonic boom of a breakthrough. The anxiety, the chaos, the feeling of being lost. That was the energetic turbulence of a reality being deconstructed and a new one being assembled around you in real time. The universe was not punishing you. It was promoting you. It was moving you into a new office, a new vibrational container. And the move was messy, because you were still trying to hold on to the furniture from the old room. It means you are not alone in this journey. You have a powerful, higher dimensional ally that is actively managing your trajectory through space-time. Your only job is to align with its decisions, and this brings us to the great shift in approach. Your new job is not to fix the past. Your new job is not to analyze why the old timeline failed, or to grieve the relationships that dissolved, or to understand the person you used to be. That is like trying to psychoanalyze a dream you had last year. The thread has been cut, its data is archived, its emotional charge is neutralized. Your new work is not to fix, it is to furnish. To furnish the new present, to explore the contours of this new reality, to consciously align with a decision that has already been made for you by the part of you that has a perfect, unobstructed view of your highest path. You have been trying to solve a problem that has already been solved for you. What if all the recent chaos and struggle wasn't your burden to carry, but the energetic turbulence created by your parallel self, performing this cosmic surgery for you? This transforms your identity. Instantly. You are not a confused victim of circumstance, washed ashore by a strange wave of change. You are the beloved beneficiary of a divine intervention. You are the honored resident of a newly commissioned reality. A timeline that was prepared for you and activated for you the moment you were ready to receive it. This was not an accident. It was an appointment. You are no longer a refugee from a past you don't recognize. You are a citizen of a future you have just begun to explore. This event was not subtle. It was not a gentle whisper in the quiet of the night. It was a seismic event in the architecture of your reality, and it left behind undeniable evidence, quantum fingerprints all over your life that you have likely been misinterpreting as problems, as breakdowns, as failures. They are not. They are receipts. They are proof of passage from one timeline to another. Let's look at the three most common signs. The energetic residue left behind by your parallel self severing the old thread. See if you recognize the topography of your own recent past in these descriptions. The first sign is the memory dissociation. This is perhaps the most jarring and confusing piece of evidence. You look back at your life, at your triumphs, your deepest heartbreaks, your most formative experiences, and you feel a strange and profound neutrality. The memories are there, the data is intact, but the emotional charge has been completely wiped. It's like watching a beautifully shot film about a character you find interesting, but you have no real connection to them. You remember being that person, but you don't feel like that person anymore. Have you found yourself looking at old photos recently and feeling absolutely no connection to the person you see? That is not a sign of disassociation in the clinical sense. It is the literal evidence of a timeline severance. The emotional energy, the very frequency that gave those memories their power and their sting, was anchored to the old timeline. When your parallel self made the cut, it severed the emotional cord to that entire history. You are left with the footage, but the soundtrack has been removed. This is why you can think about a past trauma without the accompanying spiral. It's why you can recall a past love without the ache of longing. The event is a fact, but its energetic hook in your present moment reality is gone. People spend decades in therapy trying to achieve this level of neutrality, this unburdening. It was done for you in an instant. It is not loss, it is freedom. This is the first and most powerful fingerprint of the timeline closure event. You are not losing your mind or becoming detached from your life. You have simply moved to a new energetic address, and the mail from your old residence no longer carries an emotional postage stamp. You are free from the gravity of a past that is no longer yours. The second, and often most painful sign, is the social shedding. Suddenly, relationships that have defined your life for years, even decades, begin to feel distant, hollow. There was no fight, no grand betrayal, no specific reason for the drift. There is simply a silence, a lack of resonance. Conversations that used to flow with ease now feel strained, like you're both speaking a different language learned from the same root. You feel like you're performing a role in a play that closed last season. This is not your fault, and it is not theirs. Those people were energetic anchors holding you in the frequency of the old timeline. Your shared history, your common grievances, your collective stories, they were the very fabric of that reality. When your parallel self initiated the jump, your fundamental frequency shifted to a new octave. You are now vibrating at a rate that is simply incompatible with the old one. The connection didn't break because of something someone did. The connection dissolved because the entire reality it was built upon ceased to exist for you. You are no longer on the same vibrational plane. Trying to connect feels like trying to tune a radio to a station that is no longer broadcasting. There is only static. This can bring a profound sense of grief, a feeling of loneliness. You mourn the loss of connection, but if you are truly honest with yourself, you do not want to go back to the way things were. That is the paradox. You miss the person, but you are repelled by the timeline they represent. This is not a failure of friendship. It is the successful calibration to a new reality. Allow these connections to fade with grace. Thank them for their role in the story of your old self, and release them. You are making space, because the new timeline must now populate itself. And that brings us to the third, most exciting piece of evidence. The synchronic acceleration. Just as the old is dissolving, the new rushes in to fill the vacuum. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you are flooded with synchronicities. The right people, the right information, the right opportunities. They don't just knock on your door, they seem to materialize in your living room. A conversation with a stranger gives you the exact answer to a question you've been pondering for months. An old acquaintance calls with an opportunity that perfectly aligns with a future you had only dared to dream of. Books, videos, and ideas find you with an uncanny and accelerated precision. This is not luck. This is physics. The new timeline is populating. Your new higher frequency is acting like a powerful magnetic attractor, pulling in people, resources, and experiences that are a perfect vibrational match. The universe is not rewarding you, it is responding to you. It is furnishing your new reality based on the signal you are now emitting. In the old timeline, you were struggling, pushing, forcing. Here, in the new timeline, you are attracting, allowing, receiving. The feeling is one of flow, of inevitability, of being carried by a current that is moving in the direction of your highest evolution. This acceleration is the universe's confirmation. It is the resounding welcome mat laid out for you. It is the definitive proof that you have not just left something behind, but that you have arrived somewhere new, somewhere better, somewhere that has been waiting for you. Which of these three signs have you been ignoring or judging yourself for, and how do you see it now as evidence of your upgrade? The dissociation with memories, the shedding of relationships, the acceleration of synchronicities. This is the residue of a cosmic event performed on your behalf. In the comments, share which of these three signs has been the most undeniable for you. Let's create a powerful record of this collective timeline closure. I want to witness your specific evidence. You understand the physics. You have seen the evidence in your own life. Now let's feel it. Let's stop being an observer of this new reality and become a resident. Let's fully arrive. Find a space where you can be undisturbed for just a few moments. You can sit or lie down, and when you are ready, gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the day. Release the need to analyze. Release the mind. Just be here. Another deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. And on the exhale, feel your body becoming heavier, more relaxed, anchored in this present moment. Now, with your inner sight, I want you to imagine yourself standing in a space of infinite potential, a gentle darkness, calm and silent. Behind you, you can feel it, the old timeline. Turn and look at it, see it for what it is. A single thread in the great tapestry, extending back into the past. But look closely at its texture. It's gray, faded. The colors have bled out of it. It looks like an old, forgotten photograph. Reach out with your awareness. Try to feel its energy. There is nothing there. It is severed, powerless. It is an echo with no source. It holds no charge over you. It has no claim on you. See the finality of that cut. A clean separation performed by a part of you that knows the bigger picture. It is complete. It is done. Acknowledge it. Thank it for the lessons. And now, release it. Turn your back to it. Feel the profound sense of freedom in this one simple act. Now, bring your awareness to what is in front of you. Before you hangs another thread. But this one is different. This one is alive. It is luminous, vibrant, pulsing with pure potential. It is a thread woven from light itself. This is your new timeline, the one that was chosen for you, the one you have been delivered to. Don't just see its light, feel its frequency. Every reality has a unique energetic signature, an emotional keynote. What is the feeling of this thread? Bring your awareness closer to it. Does it radiate a profound sense of peace? A deep, unshakable calm that settles your entire nervous system? Perhaps it vibrates with the frequency of freedom. A wild, expansive energy that dissolves all old limitations. Maybe it hums with pure creativity. A brilliant, inventive current that sparks new ideas, new passions, new expressions. Or is it love? A warm, unconditional acceptance that permeates everything. There is no wrong answer. Sense the unique emotional color of this new reality. Let yourself identify its core frequency. Now take a breath, and as you inhale, breathe that frequency directly into your being. Breathe in the light of this new timeline. Feel it entering your lungs not as air, but as pure information, as pure energy. Feel it move from your lungs into your bloodstream, carried to every single part of you. Feel every cell in your body waking up. Each one begins to resonate, to hum, to vibrate in perfect harmony with this new, higher frequency. This is not an idea. This is a physical event. You are tuning your instrument. You are calibrating your entire energy field. to match the reality that is already yours. Breathe it in again, deeper this time. Feel your own light begin to glow brighter, matching the luminosity of the thread before you. You are no longer separate from it. You are becoming one with it. Now, in this space of perfect resonance, it is time for a conscious choice, an act of will. You will now take a single, symbolic step forward. You are stepping out of the space between timelines and planting your feet firmly onto this new one. Do it now. Feel your feet land. Feel the ground beneath them. It is solid. It is real. It is here. You have arrived. This is your new home. This is your new present. This is your new point of power. Feel the certainty of this arrival in your bones. The deep, somatic knowledge that the shift is not coming. It is done. Stay with this feeling for another moment. The feeling of arrival. The feeling of being home. And now, gently, bring your awareness back to your body. Back to the room you are in. When you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. As you anchor in this new reality, what is the one feeling that defines it? Peace, clarity, freedom. Let that feeling become your new compass. Your arrival is complete. You are now a navigator of your new timeline. Let that title sink into your bones. It is not an aspiration. It is a statement of fact. Your job description has fundamentally changed. Your previous role, the one defined by struggle, by pushing against resistance, by trying to fix what was broken, has been terminated. That position no longer exists because the reality it was based in has been decommissioned. Your new job is not to struggle but to explore, not to fix, but to stabilize. You are no longer a miner chipping away at a wall of granite. You are an explorer who has just stepped through a portal into a new world, and your primary task is to learn the physics of this new territory and build a home here. To do this, you need a new set of tools. Not tools of force, but tools of frequency. The first challenge you will face as a navigator are the echoes. Phantom pains, intrusive memories, sudden waves of sadness or anxiety that seem to come from nowhere. These are not signs that the shift didn't work. They are the energetic residue of the severed connection, the phantom limb sensation from a reality that is no longer attached to you. Trying to fight them, analyze them, or push them away is like trying to fight a shadow on the wall. It gives them energy. It gives them substance. Instead, you will use the first tool of the navigator. It's called the echo dampener. It's a simple 3-step process of radical non-engagement. When a memory or an old, painful feeling from the previous timeline arises, you do not run from it and you do not embrace it. You simply perform these 3 actions. First, you acknowledge. You see it. You notice the thought or feeling arise within your awareness. You might say to yourself, there is the echo of the old story of not being good enough, or I see the residue of the old timeline's anxiety. You acknowledge it as an external object, a piece of energetic debris floating by, not as an intrinsic part of who you are now. Second, you name it. You give it a label. Echo. That's it. You don't need to analyze its origin or psychoanalyze its meaning. By naming it simply echo, you classify it. You strip it of its emotional charge and its power to define your present moment. It is not your reality. It is not your truth. It is just an echo. Third, you release. You consciously withdraw your focus. You do not push it away. You simply let it go, like releasing a butterfly from your hand. You turn your attention to something physical in your new reality. The feeling of your feet on the floor. The sound of the air in the room. The sight of the light coming through the window. You anchor yourself back into the solid, tangible now. Acknowledge. Name. Release. You observe. You do not participate. The echo fades for lack of an audience. This practice, over time, starves the old energetic patterns until they dissolve completely. It is the most profound act of energetic hygiene you can perform as a new resident of this timeline. The second tool is for stabilization. While the echo dampener is a defensive tool for dealing with the past, the frequency anchor is a creative tool for building your present. It is a 60-second daily practice designed to recalibrate your entire being to the core frequency of this new timeline, the very feeling you identified in our embodiment exercise. Every morning before you engage with the world, you will perform this anchor. Sit down for just 1 minute. Close your eyes. Do not seek the feeling, but simply invite it. Remember the unique emotional signature of your new timeline. Was it peace? Was it freedom? Was it a quiet sense of clarity? Recall that specific texture of emotion. As you inhale, imagine breathing that frequency directly into the center of your chest, into your heart space. Visualize it as a color, a light, a warmth, a vibration. As you hold your breath for a moment, feel that light expanding from your heart, filling every cell of your body, pushing out any dense residual energy from the day before. Then, as you exhale, you don't release the feeling. You radiate it. You breathe it out into the room around you, consciously setting your energetic field for the day. You're not just feeling the new timeline, you are broadcasting its frequency. This 1-minute practice is non-negotiable. It is the single most important thing you can do to reinforce your energetic signature in this new reality. It tells the universe, and your own cellular structure, this is who I am now. This is my home frequency. It prevents you from drifting back into the gravitational pull of old habits and thought patterns. It is your daily declaration of energetic citizenship. While the signs we discussed earlier are proof of the jump, these tools are the most powerful signs you have made a quantum jump because they are the ones you consciously create yourself. They are not just evidence. They are acts of creation. They are how you move from being a passenger to being a pilot. This brings us to the third and most forward-facing tool, the future landmark. Now that you are stable in the present,